right. Well, cheers to you. One more cheers to you before we get into our 2023 college football predictions. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
We're going to start out with a league that is growing. Colorado is back, baby. Oh. Central Florida, watch out. This league is about to just take over. Talk about media deals. Man, watch out. Going to, you know what we're talking about, the Big 12. Of course, none of these teams are in this league this year. It's still and so is Texas and Oklahoma. Man, how this league will look a lot different next year. So, before I'm going to put you on Adam Cameron, you're going to make your predictions for the Big 12 championship game in 2023. And I'll put the graphic on the screen right now. And you have, shocker.
Well, my Kansas State?
You got K-State and Texas, baby.
Yeah, I don't think it's a shocker. Why is that a shocker?
Well, I was saying Texas shocker a little bit because, and I'll elaborate on why I said that a little bit. But go ahead, take the floor. Tell everybody why you think it's going to be K-State and Texas.
Well, Texas, and I almost went away from Texas because I try not to buy too much hype. And Texas, definitely, I think there's about 3 or 4 teams that have so much hype this year. USC, Texas, and FSU, among a few other schools. But I think those are the hype trains going into this season. Even Michigan. But with Texas, I mean, as long as Ewers stays on his feet, you got Worthy, a receiver that can be dynamite. They got 2 receivers that can probably be in the NFL next year. And if Ewers a top 5 or a 5-star recruit, and he showed some of that against Alabama, as long as they can a little bit on their defensive side, they got to tighten that shit up real quick if they're going to go further. But Kansas State, dude, I mean, people are sleeping on them.
They are.
Kansas State, it's a Will Howard kind of show. They got the defense. It's almost like a whole damn team. I love Kansas State. Like offense, defense. They're not going to blow everybody away, but they'll put enough people in the NFL, and it's a solid outfit, offense and defense. But I mean, yeah, they lost Deuce Vaughn last year, but they get Giddens back, and they got your boy, Treshaun Ward from FSU?
Treshaun Ward, yes, sir.
So they got a kind of a ground and pound kind of running back in between the tackles, over 200 pounds, and Ward can stretch that field. You know it. You saw it against Oklahoma last year in the playoffs, or in the, whatever you call it, bowl game. So, I mean, I love Kansas State. It hurt me not to pick Kansas State.
Wow. I mean, I don't hate the pick at all, sir. Not at all. And I do. I mean, look, K-State, let's not forget, defending Big 12 champions, sir.
Yeah.
Not TCU, who went to the national championship game.
And Alabama beat their ass. I just got to say it.
Beat whose ass?
Kansas State's ass.
Was that the bowl game?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't pay attention to y'all. It wasn't playoffs, you know. I don't know what Alabama. Y'all still playing games? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, it was after New Year's after you played.
Fair enough. Look, that was the shocker thing I said. The quote was because I knew there would be some Alabama bias in there because of how that game went last year and how y'all would have lost and maybe got your ass kicked had Ewers played the whole game. I mean, it was
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, they were dominating and still almost won with him on one foot. So I knew that would be a little bit lingering in your mind, and they played their ass off. They played way above their pay grade that game.
Yep.
So hats off to them. My problem with them, and I will get into the Big 12 picks right now, which aren't entirely different, but I have Oklahoma. I have a Red River rivalry rematch. How's that for alliteration? In the Big 12 championship. Because, yes, I do like Ewers. I do like what I've seen from Ewers. My problem with Ewers was when he came back, they still lost some games that I felt like they shouldn't have. He did not look like that quarterback against Alabama and some of their other losses in the season that I expected him to look. He didn't look as good as I expected. Now, maybe lingering effects. I don't know. We'll see. One thing about Texas and their losses, all one score. Every loss they had last year, one score. This is, I can say right now, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the front runners I have to make the college football playoffs. I'm not going to reveal whether I have them in yet or not, especially when you look at their schedule, It's going to be hard. It's very hard for me to keep them out if I did. If I didn't, then you understand why I didn't. Because Texas had the talent. I like Sarkisian. They, I think, will take a step forward on both sides of the ball. If he goes down this year, Arch Manning, ready to go. Oklahoma, their biggest problem last year, they had a losing record. When's the last time they did that? Their biggest problem last year was defense. Who's their head coach? Brent Venables, right? I totally expect him to get the defense turned around. I don't think that you can get used to Oklahoma letting that many points get put up on them all the time. Taking a step forward, I still think that Texas is the belle of the ball in the Big 12. I think they're head and shoulders above. There's Texas and everybody else is what I'm trying to say. And I think you would probably agree to that. Maybe not. Maybe you think K-State's closer. I do like Treshaun Ward. That's my guy, former walk-on at Florida State. When we weren't having winning seasons, was our bell cow running back, and then was unseated last year and never looked back. So I love the guy. Great, hard runner, and as long as he doesn't fumble the ball, he'll get you 90 to 120 yards a game if you feed the beast. But, yeah, I also have a Texas in the Big 12 championship game, but we disagree on who their opponent is.
Yeah.
Where am I wrong? Do you like what I'm saying?
I do like what you're saying. And you mentioned Texas coming off those one-score kind of games. Oklahoma last year was, I think, 0-5 in one-score games.
Great stat.
So I mean,
to your stat. Cheers to you, sir. Okay. Great stat.
Well, I might have made it up. I don't know. But I believe that's the case. But are we foolish not to throw TCU in this mix? I mean, they were a playoff team last year. First year playoffs? I mean, TCU has some talent there. They got something going.
They got
Texas Tech.
Look, here's my thing about TCU. Lightning in a bottle. That's what I think that was last year. And they still lost to damn K-State. Michigan beat themselves in that playoff game. What was it, 4 turnovers?
I think
and it still almost came back and won.
15, top 20 team. Easy.
Well, that's far from the playoffs to me.
I don't think it's that far. That's just 1 or 2 games.
It could. Well, fair enough. But that's how this college football stuff is decided. I mean, as an Alabama fan, most Alabama fans thought they should have been in the playoffs last year. So, but when losing the offensive coordinator and losing the pieces they lost, I think it's just a bridge too far to have them back, especially winning the conference. They can make a run. A lot of things can happen. They could be in the conference championship game. But Texas, they got Arch Manning now in the wings if something goes down with Ewers. So, little different. I think they're a little more secure.
I think he needs a season. I think Ewers is the guy to guide him. If he goes down, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team if he goes down early.
Okay. All right. Jay Mills in the chat saying he's got deja vu. Sound like the same argument made years ago about Texas winning had Colt McCoy not got injured. We'll never know. What Kanye say? We'll never know. That's it. Justin B, what's going on in the chat? Shout out. Working and can't hear anything, but love you guys. He just likes to look at our faces. I get that. We need folks to just look at us sometimes. I do that sometimes. That's why I have like mirrors in every room. That's when I like look sometimes at myself. I'm gonna try doing Justin B style next time though. I'm just gonna walk by the mirror and just lip sync talk to myself and see what Justin B's looking at, man. Just
I'm not say anything. Flight to Justin B or your rooms.
So, without further ado, this is your Big 12 champion, sir. Tell me who it is.
Texas. It's got to be Texas.
Gotta be Texas. Seems like a
Gotta
no-brainer,
be
right?
Texas. It seems like a no-brainer. I'm not trying to overthink this too much. It's Texas. You're mute.
Not to be too boring, but this is the first time we agree on the show, sir. I also have Texas winning the Big 12. I told you they are at worst, fringe playoff team for me. If you look at the schedule, I can't find but maybe one loss on it. Maybe two, because that's how the Big 12 is historically, right?
I can see plenty of losses.
I can't.
If the dice rolls fine, I mean, maybe one loss, but I can see 2 or 3 losses if they're not the Texas we're making them out to be right now. Easy 2 or 3 losses. Easy.
I don't know what we're making them out to be, though.
I'm trying not to overhype them, but they definitely have some talent there.
And a lot of it's returning and experienced talent.
Mm-hmm.
I will go on record right now and say I think they lose to Alabama and Tuscaloosa. What say you, sir?
Oh, hell yeah. Roll Tide, yes.
I think that I don't think that's going to go too well for them. So their margin of error after that game, playoff-wise, will be razor thin, sir.
Now, I did not put that in your mouth. That's news to me. I did not think you would say that. So
yeah, ain't nothing you can put in my mouth. It's all good.
I could try.
I ain't that damn drunk. All right, moving.